Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Intrepidon. My name is Captain Katarn, and tonight we're going to get started with Star Wars Galaxies. This is going to be episode number 2 of our Bounty Hunter series. I just want to say hey to Jackson Brown in the chat there. How you doing tonight? Okay, so as you guys can see, my guy looks a little bit different. So based on what we got from my friend Sunder, we have a completely new look. I am 90% droid right now. Only thing we're missing is the helmet to cap it off. So as you can see, it kind of looks like the picture for the image, and that's exactly what I'm going for. So we're going to get the Black Sun helmet to complete it, and then I'm going to look like I am a Black Sun assassin droid, which is the point of this. So I hope you guys like it. I think it looks freaking amazing. That is inspiring me to keep going because, man, you know, leveling a character in Star Wars Galaxies is a freaking commitment. So let's go ahead and do this. All right, let me get started. All right, so welcome to the channel, everybody. I appreciate your time tonight and being with us. So my goal for tonight is to do some leveling. First, we'll do leveling on the ground, and then we'll switch over into space and do some more space missions. I really want to get a neutral pilot leveled up. As you can see here, this guy has the neutral pilot master helmet on. So that's something. Can't wait to get this set up. I think this is going to look fantastic. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started. We're going to go out to Mos Eisley. Actually, there's a buff bot here, so maybe we can just get started here. Let's go ahead and see if we can find an entertainer at the cantina down here, because I really like Theed. I'm in Theed right now, Theed Naboo, and it's probably my favorite city. I mean, I like Coronet, as we talked about last time, and that one's pretty iconic for me, but this one is just, it takes opulence to a new level. So let's take a look and see if anyone is in here. I cannot tell. Does not look like it. Maybe back here. There's definitely somebody back here. Looks like they're in the center. I don't know what they're doing. Okay. Unfortunately, we don't have any entertainers here, so I'm going to have to go to Mos Eisley, because that's where everyone hangs out. I would just love to get people out of that cantina and other places in the galaxy. And you can see the Theed starport here. It's the only unique starport in the game. What's going on, Ryan? Good to see you. Alright, so we're going to go get our entertainer buff. Turn on my personal light here. Yeah, but you can kind of see this. I think this looks fantastic. How do you guys like the way that this looks? And let me switch to a pistol just so you can see what he looks like when his arms are down. I mean, that's freaky looking. I still have that necklace on. I think that's even better. That droid's wearing a necklace. Alright, so we'll go ahead and go to Mos Eisley. Awesome. Alright, here we go. So, let's go ahead and get started. I'm level 15 at this point. If you remember, we completed the Mos Eisley part of the Legacy quest in the last stream. Then we went up and started doing some space. Now, the cool part is that I have my joysticks completely set up. My desk is completely finished. So this is my first stream, actually, using my new streaming desk, and it's fantastic. I can see everything a lot better. We did the Legacy quest up to level 15, and we created this character. He's a bounty hunter. That's what you missed. Not a lot, but enough. All right, let's see. That's a level 90. All right, so we're gonna watch this guy for a little bit. Trying to see if I can get some kind of response from her, Ahsoka Bano, because otherwise I'm wasting my time if they're AFK. And I know this one's here for sure. I haven't seen anything yet from them, so I'm gonna switch. Okay, they just greeted me, but it was too late. Okay, well, we'll just watch this entertainer for a little bit. I'm also going to listen to this guy while we're doing this so that I get 2 pulses on my buff, which makes it go by a little faster. You can see that he has this this armor on. This is actually bounty hunter armor, which is pretty cool. It's not bad. I wouldn't mind having it because the helmet is also very robot looking, but it's expensive. So it's going to be a while until I can get that. Sunder and I are actually going to be going up to do the to do some space farming because that's how you get the helmet. All right, that's good enough. All right, so we're just going to get a standard XP and armor buff. Love that player music. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna tip her pretty well then. For a new player, 10,000 is a lot. Okay, so hopefully hopefully she gives it back to me. I hit cancel instead of accept. My bad on that. Alright, so welcome to the stream tonight, guys. I appreciate you joining me. Alright, but I do love the fact that this droid is hugely tall. Just freaky. And yeah, this guy's helmet over here is exactly what we're gonna have. So as you can see, it matches the look, matches the color I asked him to use. Okay, so I'm just waiting for this guy now. There we go. All right, let's hit accept this time instead of cancel. That will help a little bit. Oh, guys, I also want to give you an announcement. I am going to get the Star Wars playthrough out, I'm hoping, by Saturday. I apologize about that. I expected to do it on Sunday, but the Clash of the Devs, which is the Star Trek thing, I was invited to. Took longer than I expected. That ended up taking all my time on Sunday, and then I was exhausted afterwards. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. So what we're going to do is, now that I have my buff, this is a plus 15% experience buff. I can also use my cybernetic chip, which I'm going to wait until we get out in the field, because I have to start with the starting the search, which is over. I think it's at Bespin, actually. So we'll just do that. I'm going to get a buff here from these doctors to make this even easier, so that we down things left and right. Be much more fun. Okay, yeah. Alright, so this guy is not wearing any clothes. Yeah, something to be said about that, for sure. Alright, so as you can see, he's enhancing my performance. It makes a huge, huge difference. It's not quite as big as like the pre-CU buffs where they buffed you like seriously 3,000 times what your strength should be or something crazy like that, or 300 times what you're supposed to get because of a bug. But it's pretty substantial. So there we go. We're done. All right, we have them all. Now I can go over to Bespin and continue the search. I'm going to work for the Imperials. I'm not going to actually join their faction, but I figure that as a bounty hunter, if I'm going to turn it into somebody, it's going to be somebody that can actually pay me. And in credits. So that kind of makes sense. Go ahead and continue. Hey, what's going on, Just Dude? Have a good evening, man. How are you doing? You haven't missed anything yet, but you did. But you can see that we have the new awesome droid body. I'm going to look just like that picture on the cover page. That was the inspiration. So we're gonna get the helmet tonight, I hope, when Sunder and I start grinding for it in space after the stream, because it's gonna be ridiculously boring. We're pretty much gonna park a multiplayer ship on a black sun spawn and just shoot and kill them for hours until we get one of the drops. I think it's like a 0.05% drop or something. It's pretty rare. You see a lot of them on this server because obviously nothing is rare forever. You know, as time goes on, anything in an MMO can be obtained. It's only rare at the beginning. Best buff ever. Yeah. Yeah. We had to be subjected to that. Alright, so let's go ahead up here, and I think we can get some... Okay, so basically I'm going to go to this guy because I can get some more side missions, and they're going to give me a bunch of XP, so we're going to go kill some banthas. We have to kill 10 banthas. I mean, the quests are not that imaginative, so we have to expect that. Let's see. So I have my new bounty hunter pistol. We'll go ahead and engage the cybernetic chip, which gives us plus 20% XP. It's not bad. Okay, so now we're gonna make it so. As you can see, I'm not running out of action, which is kind of nice. When you have a buff like that, it really helps make things move faster. Plus, I have a lot more health because of it. Shooting them with my little pistol. We're gonna make this a rifles guy. In fact, that's the other thing. After we're done here, we're gonna start with our experience. I haven't been doing it. And you guys are feel free to give me suggestions in the chat if there's a certain build that you recommend for grinding or anything like that. But personally, I think this looks fantastic. I wanted to make a droid bounty hunter, and so far I'm not disappointed. I've never had a droid creature in the game, and it really enhances the experience. Okay, no Jorgi tonight, though. It's just going to be me. Jorgi doesn't really like Star Wars Galaxies, which I know is kind of sacrilegious to say, but there's no accounting for good taste. Tomorrow night is Star Citizen, so he should be back for that. And I'm happy to report that I got my joysticks fully working in Star Citizen. So we're going to probably spend all night in Arena Commander, which will be a lot of fun, because I'll be able to do the Pirate Swarm and really show off what I can do. Maybe even do some racing. Star Citizen is very close to going to the first closed testing for 3.0, so that's really exciting because we get the second wave. Whenever it goes out to the first release on the PTU outside of the closed testers, I'll be invited to that, and I'll be allowed to stream that as well. So hopefully we're just a couple weeks away from that, because that's going to be fantastic. When that happens, we're going to be the Star Citizen channel all week that week, just because, one, it's going to be gameplay that we have yet to see, you know, in any game, going from ground to space seamlessly like that. Okay, so we've accomplished our mission. Let's get out of here. Go right back up here. We'll get another one. They have these small missions which help you level up if you were under-leveled when you got here. We're going to do them just because with all our experience chips and everything else, we get a ton of extra for practically nothing. You can see that we have all this crap, which it is crap, so I don't feel bad about saying that. All right, let's set everything up here. Ooh. After I talk to this guy again. Oh, dude, I love Star Citizen. Infiltrating the terrorists sounds fun. Yes, I shall handle it. Rebel sympathizers. We don't need their scum. Okay. Let's go ahead and set this up. So I'm just trying to put everything up here. if I'm wearing it, and that way I can put the stuff that I need in my backpack and everything else. That way I can sell the rest of it. Alright. Here's the deal. At first they're not going to attack me, because I don't have enough faction points against them. But see that nothing found? This is one of the worst drop rates for any of these quests. So after I kill about 5 or 6, maybe 7 of them, they're going to all start to attack me. And that's not any fun. You can see this guy right here is attacking me now. I keep losing faction standing with the criminals every time I kill one of them. I've actually died here before, unfortunately, just because you can end up aggroing all of them. And see, we're still got nothing found. It's pretty rough, actually. But I do love how this looks. I mean, even with just his head, he's clearly woken up. He's had a bad day. You know, it looks like my brain is essentially the only thing left, almost like those Bomar monks from Jabba's palace. Now with a pistol, my maximum range is 35 meters, so I have to be careful with that. With a rifle, I can go out to 64, so that gives me a little more range. So we'll make sure I get the rifle from now on. It's just the rifle that they offered for the other quest isn't really that exciting. There we go. And we leveled up while doing this, which is also part of the experience. See, now they're instantly attacking me, so I'm gonna have to be careful. They'll attack me just by seeing me. I still haven't... I found 1 card. That's how bad the drop rate is. Nothing found, of course. Alright, but we're making some good money. Yeah. I mean, like, it is pretty scary looking. There's no doubt about that. I mean, just imagine, though, because, like, basically, cybernetics at first were a penalty. So if you had to clone off planet, like if you were on Kashyyyk and you died and you cloned somewhere else, you had a random chance to get cybernetic legs because, let's say, your body was in bad shape and they couldn't recover it, right? So then you had to go and get them taken off, and they were pretty much like a stat hit. That was the original way that they introduced this stuff. You could also put on like arms that helped you with crafting and other things like that, but it was really supposed to be a hindrance. So let's go ahead and look at the experience. So just like we had in our Jedi tree, you can kind of customize how you want to be a bounty hunter. So specifically, you have marksmanship, evasion, stamina, and then here you can specialize in rifles or carbines or pistols. I really want to go rifles, so we'll do that. And just to show you some of the other things, then you have here where it has like reduces the action cost of the assault special attacks and increases the damage of assault and things like that. So you can further specialize how you want to play. And I don't really know what is considered the best right now, but I am going to get the rifle efficiency. I know that we don't have a rifle at this second, but we will. So I'll go ahead and put 4 points into marksmanship, and I'll put 4 points into rifles. Now you get a point every even level. So you say I'm at 16, so I have 8 points. Makes sense. All the way up to level 90, and at the end you have 45 points to use. So we'll go ahead and train these. Alright, perfect. And now I can attack them. Like I said, the next time we get a weapon from the Legacy quest, I'll make sure that I get a rifle. Because I have just the rifle in mind for this too. It's freaking huge. It'll look just like that. Alright, 2 left. Ooh, R2. You scared the heck out of me. R2 just hit me with his claw. What are you doing? Okay. Yeah, so... it should be a good time. I'm going to have a huge rifle on this character because I just want him to be as intimidating looking as possible. Right now, I think he's just scary looking, but not necessarily intimidating. And then when I get sick of doing the ground, I'm going to go into space a little bit, buy a dune lizard, and do some neutral piloting. Neutral pilot is the one I have not really jumped into very far. And if Sunder's around at that point, we might go up in the YT decimator. Otherwise, I could really just take up my personal ship on my other character and put this guy in there too. And just sit on a spot and shoot it. We'll see. Okay. Because my loadout is actually pretty cool. Sunder's brother, Lieutenant Chronic, actually made me quite a nice set of components for my vehicle. Let me know, guys, can you hear... You guys can't hear the desktop audio. Oh, crap. See, we're having that problem again. Let me fix that. Now that I know what's going on with this, it seems every time I restart my PC, now it just decides that it's going to change everything up on me, and I don't like that. Alright. Yeah, I see what it is. So it wants the wrong one to be the thing, so we'll set this as the detail. There we go. And now you have actual audio. Crap. So I wish that it hadn't been like that for the good, I don't know, 15 minutes, 20 minutes that we've been streaming. Sorry about that, guys. Alright. So these guys are going to shoot me. I don't really want to fight them. I'm just going to run away. But man, I love that. Yeah, it really would. And that would be kind of cool as well. I mean... Who knows what they would have come up with after this if the game was still going, because they had, in my opinion, one of the coolest expansions just before the game sunsetted. They had a capital spaceship expansion where they introduced things like the TIE Defender and all kinds of really cool stuff, and like the Lancer frigate and other big capital ships, and they were fighting it out. Unfortunately, it was only live for like a month or two and before the game sunsetted, because they basically said that they weren't gonna fire anybody for it. You know, all the developers that they had working on it would be transitioned to other projects, and they had all kinds of stuff in the development pipeline, and they'd give it to us before the end, and they ended up doing that, and it was pretty cool. No, we're done. Okay, because we have to go to the Valerian Depot for something else. I don't want to go there. No. Clearly not interested. Let's just talk to this guy. Something like that. I'll do it. I don't even care what the job is. Alright, so we'll be able to get one of these things. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so now we have to go out to Tashi Station, which you may have heard of before. Maybe we're going to pick up some power converters. We'll see. I don't know if Tashi Station was specifically mentioned in Episode 4 or not. It's one of those things that Star Wars has like expanded the material so much that there's a lot out there that wasn't a part of the original movie that people just assume, oh yeah, you know. Like, for example, Luke and his friends would hang out at Tashi Station, and that's, you know, one of the things that's referenced, but I don't really think it was in the movie, unless it was in a deleted scene. And you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. This looks like a destroyed rebel base here that we just drove through. So we're about 1K out now. Let's see, I don't have any bigger weapons, or I was going to show you how cool it does look. Let me see if there's anything that I want to keep. This bounty contract, yes. This for sure. Okay, I have to keep that in my inventory. This job is comlink, fine. Okay, everything else I can pretty much get rid of. Okay, excellent. So we'll do that. I'll stop at a junk dealer and see how much of this we can get rid of. Make some money. As you can see, I had to use a lot of my cash because it costs a lot to put these on, even for appearance like they are. These cybernetics, it was like 20K for the chest. It was pretty expensive. It's unfortunate they didn't have a cybernetic head, although some of the armor does the effect quite well. Alright, here we are. So we're in Tashi Station, which is just outside of Anchorhead, which is a very rebel-friendly area. Alright, so we're looking for the purchases they made from a Jawa. Okay, so we're gonna go talk to this Sorna lady who apparently has something for us to do. Look at her. She's kind of old looking. What can I do for you? Yeah, she wants me to put flowers on Shmi's grave, which of course I can do. Alright, let's go find that warehouse manager for this guy first. So if you do this quest, don't do Shmi's quest immediately. That'll take you in the wrong direction. You'll get out there eventually. I have to say that the music has grown on me from The Force Unleashed. I don't know about you guys. It's one of those things that the first time you hear the soundtrack, you don't really have that emotional connection to it. Not like you do with something that's been out for, you know, at least 10 years, like either the prequels or the originals or something like that. But I do appreciate it now. I kind of thought it was maybe weaker when it came out, but it, you know, it has its own place. You can see there are Mon Calamari cruisers above us as well because the rebels are currently controlling this world. Again, one of those things that I didn't necessarily agree with in terms of, you know, Star Wars Galaxies and trying to make everything equal. I don't think the rebels should ever openly do anything. It should be like hit and run tactics, you know? Okay. Need to get this data pad. There we go. And we're going to choose a reward real quick. I don't care what they do. We just want to level up. Alright. It's already up to level 17. It moves pretty quickly. We'll probably outgrow the legacy quest here pretty soon. And that's when it kind of sucks, because then it gets slow. But you can do mission terminals, and I'll show you how to do that. You can get 10 a day. I'll get you 4 to 5 levels. Just doing daily grinds, and a little bit of money, too. It's not bad in that respect. So now, unfortunately, since we did that other quest, all the thugs are going to want to attack me every time they see me. Let's get out of here before somebody blows up my speeder. Alright, so what are you guys up to? How's your evening going so far? You guys having fun tonight? I don't know if I showed you guys this, but let me see if I have that picture. I finished my desk, so if you don't actually have, let me see, if you don't have my Discord on there with all the guys, I shared a picture of it. I'll show you it now. It's not 100% done because it needs. Here we go. So we're going to transition this on. Okay, so that was what I was working on. That's why I haven't been streaming a lot the last week or so. So it's done pending cable management, pending LEDs on the bottom and on the back of the monitors. They'll all be controlled with my smartphone, so I can put them on any color I want, you know, luminosity settings, all of that. It's going to be really cool. So that's what we have now. I have my joystick inlaid into the table. As you can see, the throttle isn't recessed. I was going to, but then I also play other MMOs, and I have a G13 I like to put over there, and I figured that if I do that, there's no coming back from that, because there's like no comfortable place to put the G13 otherwise. So I've decided that I'll leave that up for now so that I can switch it out, and I'm pretty pleased with it, so I hope you guys like that too. That is that is a real labor of love. That started off as a plain white IKEA Beckett desk, and I have pictures for it. I'll end up putting it up. I might even do a video on it for the channel. Hey, what's going on, JJ? Yeah, this is a great server. Real friendly people, and they've always been nice to me. I might even work on a trailer, an official trailer for the server as well. There's something I'm in talks with them about. I don't know, there's so much to show off in this game. It would be hard for me to get a trailer made that does it justice. So that's my only apprehension to it. I mean, people have always reacted pretty well to my stuff, but Okay, first I'm gonna go over here and Shmi's grave and put these flowers here. Oh, yay, complete. She gave me a buff, and it's called the Grace of Shmi, because apparently she's like, I don't know, omnipotent or something. Also probably a liar, because the whole like Anakin virgin birth thing. Yeah, don't really believe that. Okay, so here we go. We got a battle droid. It's attacking us. Can't have that. Roger, roger. All right, and it's down. Yeah, the server's awesome, so I definitely recommend this. I mean, I wouldn't play Star Wars Galaxies anywhere else at this point. Without jump to Lightspeed, this is half the game, even less than it really should be. And it's just that big of a deal. There's just no content in the pre-CU, so unless you like to mindlessly... Oh, hold on a second. Alright, so I get to choose my ward. We're going to take a detachable weapon scope. Awesome. Now, we're going to intercept the Jawa sandcrawler. It's almost like I'm reliving the Stormtroopers tracks, and I guess I am, really. Okay. And then when we find a junk dealer, I'll sell this stuff as well. We're going to end up meeting Watto at some point. It kind of just, it's not a bad quest line. I mean, it's just the problem is that it's the same for every character. So after you've done it 6 times, you're kind of just like, okay, I'm so done with this. Yeah, but like I was saying, between heroic instances, jump to Lightspeed, all the updates that they make to this, there is no way that I could ever go back to a pre-CU game because, one, it's just not that fun. I mean, once you get past the nostalgic part, and the skill trees are awesome, there's no doubt about that. And you know, if you have a Jedi, yeah, you kind of feel awesome because you have an alpha class in an MMO. You know, I definitely agree that those are cool things, but it gets old really quickly when there's absolutely nothing to do, which is the case there. There's no content. So if you can't make it yourself, you know, you run out of things to do very quickly. Yeah, it is definitely popping over here. I don't know how many. Let me check it right now. Currently have over 1,000 characters online. 1040 right now is the number. It was when I logged in. I don't know what it is now. I didn't refresh it. I answered the distress call up here. The combat's actually pretty satisfying too. It's not... See, the combat upgrade was my favorite period, like in terms of the game. But, like I said, I'm willing to give up a lot of stuff to get replayable content. We have enough here for me to be satisfied for years, you know. And they can add to it. The game is in a good place here that the code base and everything else is stable and can be added to. And they're putting in new ships and everything else. I mean, they're really actively developing the game beyond what it was, and I think that's pretty cool. All right, so I got to kill 6 Tusken Raiders. Yeah, and you can see that I'm wearing my droid stuff. This is also something that I don't think you can do in the pre-CU. Got all my awesome droid equipment. I'm just waiting for the helmet. We're going to try to get the helmet tonight because you have to farm space for it. Kill thousands of Black Suns until it drops. There we go. Boom. Level up. Alright, one more. Oh, I got them both. Yeah, so I'm going to get into area attack at some point here. Let's remove this and put this over here because we leveled up that ability as well. Alright, perfect. We're done. Let's go back to the droid. I think cybernetic burst leg might work. Maybe not, because this is appearance. Yeah, this stuff is just appearance. It doesn't have any stats in it, but you could actually make this like your actual body. Right now I'm just doing it because I like the looks, but some of the different things offer bonuses. Okay, so they placed a data pad in my inventory, And I'm going to take the capacitor overcharge, which would work nicely. Okay, so we're going to go now infiltrate the Valerian Depot, which is actually why I didn't go there before. So it doesn't make any sense to do both. Or to go there twice. It's about 2K away. Give us some time. Yeah, so have you played? Okay, you have played. It looks like Basilisk and Stellobellum. Yeah. I mean, Star Wars Galaxies is one of those things that, like, when you talk about it, it means something different to absolutely everybody. And depending on your favorite, you know, era of the game is probably very much dependent on, you know, when you had the most fun or when you first started. Like, for example, I was hardcore into this game back in the day, but I didn't really care to be a Jedi at first. I wasn't hollow grinding. I wasn't trying to get it. It wasn't until they implemented the village system, and then it was XP based, where I'd turn in XP into, you know, like force sensitive XP and work my way up through that I figured, hey, I can actually get a return on investment here and play the game while unlocking my Jedi character. And so I got into it and did that. I had a half template Jedi because it was pretty cool back then. I mean, like, you had bounty hunters that could come after you. And as a brand new Jedi, like, if you got on the terminals, you were pretty vulnerable. And it was really funny because you'd have your profession, whatever you were, before you became a Jedi. So if you were like a bounty hunter or whatever, you'd have a lot of those skills, and you'd start giving them up for Jedi skills. So at the very beginning, you were actually pretty strong because you still had your normal profession. So if somebody would attack you, you might pull out your bounty hunter rifle and go after them, and that would actually scare them quite a bit because they were used to Padawans being, you know, weak and trying to run away and, you know, trying to hide because they didn't want to die, because there were serious consequences for dying. You lost a ton of XP. So, you know, like, you'd do that, and you'd have that period when you were pretty vulnerable. And then if you made it through there, you'd have a period when you were getting strong enough to fight them. And finally, depending on your template, of course, because there were some templates that just did not work that well. But at the end, you could pretty much take on 3 bounty hunters or whatever by yourself. You're pretty strong. So it was a lot of fun. I had a good time with that. And in fact, it became the point, since I was a master defender, master lightsaber, because that's kind of how I thought a Jedi should be, both, you know, like, have no equal in melee combat, as well as, so we're going to get these pallets, as well as being, you know, hard to kill. And I was really good at it. So I remember having fun with that. Bounty hunters were actually my content at that point, you know, like the thrill of being attacked somewhere. I even had a macro that I would set up, like, if I got attacked, it would instantly, like, change my toolbar, fire off all of my, you know, food and specials, and then I could continue. But it was a lot of fun, and I could fight them. So my favorite part of the game was actually the combat upgrade, because that's when I had the most fun with people playing directly. We ran in a small Jedi group, and it was a good time. So you played since 2005. Yeah, I'll tell you what, here's the problem with the NGE. A lot of people hated it when it came out, and rightfully so. It was terrible. You know, just like the first, I don't know, 6 months of the NGE, it wasn't a good time at all. You know, losing what we had before and moving to that, it was noticeable and it was painful. Let's heal myself before I die. Okay, these guys are actually pretty high level, so they're hurting me a good bit. Need to be careful. Okay, so there's a pallet over here, it looks like. See if I can get this without getting attacked. Probably not. Okay, nope. Didn't quite make it. But by the end of the game, by the time the game sunsetted, the NGE and what it had become was way better than the pre-CU. There was content, there was progression, there was fun. I mean, it really made a big difference. And I don't think that you have to, you know, apologize for saying that either, because there are some people that, you know, will never forgive them for what they did to the game, and I can understand that. I mean, that's understanding in a way, or understandable in a way, but still, I mean, if you look at it objectively, it's just better. Yeah, I feel bad about it because I ended up selling my account at one point because I was still a college kid. So after the NGE dropped the Elder robes and all that, and having an Elder Jedi account, you know, was kind of valuable. There was a time where I needed the money, so I sold it, and then I ended up, you know, creating a new account, and I totally regretted it the whole time. Okay, we'll just grab a sword because we don't get the next one. We're up to level 19. Awesome. So we don't get the next one until we get out of here. So let's go ahead and do that. Now we're going to the Dark Lighter storage facility, which is about 4K away. I'm going to pull out my speeder, and we're going to go. Alright, we're on the way. Let's take a look here. I'm going to do some work on this while we're waiting. So I guess I'll add these to the Chronicle relics. No. Okay, I'll just deconstruct them all. I don't care at all. See, what I really want to do, and this is like a pro level tip for you. If you have a lot of stuff that you want to delete, it's a pain in the ass to do them all individually, right? So what you want to do is you want to have a crate of backpacks and just pull out a backpack and put everything that you don't want into that backpack and then delete the backpack. And it's like a it's like a recycle bin essentially in the game. Kind of sucks that we have to do that. I wish there was like just a check mark that we go through and check the stuff we didn't want and delete it. But essentially the only thing I want to delete in here is going to be these because they aren't not bought by the junk dealers. So I want to make money off of everything else that I can. Even if it's a very little bit, it'll add up as we level. And that's one less character then I'll have to subsidize from my characters that do make money. Yeah, the GCW is kind of interesting. I like I've said multiple times, I hated how they did it. It should never have been equal. Like, the Rebels were never equal to the Empire. And I think it could have been a lot more fun as a mechanic if you had that, you know, like guerrilla warfare kind of thing. Where you had to organize, like, sneak attacks, and once the Empire showed up in force, it's, you know, it's time to get out. Kind of like Hoth, you know? We can't really win that engagement. We're caught in the middle of a sandstorm right now. You can hear it, maybe. Yay, Tatooine. My bones are aching, Annie. Better get inside. Yeah, so you can kind of see the. Oh no! Jumped out of my speeder. Could be fatal. Kind of see the environmental stuff that they're doing here. So that's also part of the thing I'm real interested about with Star Citizen. I cannot wait to have planets with weather and bases, even farming. I mean, I have to be honest, I never thought I'd want to be a space farmer, but I at least want to check it out a little bit. I think that would be kind of cool to have my own like little farm there and sell crops. I read a post on the Reddit today. Somebody was like, the only thing I want to do is find my little piece of heaven in the galaxy, my own part of a planet. He's like, set up my farm and sell crops. Do you think I'll be able to do that? And the answer is we don't know. I mean, it's been kind of you know, talked about as something that they want to do. So that would be really awesome. Hey, what's going on, OXOE? How you doing, man? Yeah, I'm having a good time. I'm living the dream in the middle of a sandstorm on Tatooine. It's a lot of fun. Reminiscing, or I guess dreaming about all the cool stuff I want to do in Star Citizen, which is essentially... Star Citizen is like this game on steroids and higher fidelity. It doesn't have a Star Wars skin to it, but that's okay. I will totally give that up for some of the stuff that we're going to be doing in there. And we're going to stream Star Citizen tomorrow night, 9 p.m. In fact, going forward, and I'm going to get them set up today, I'm going to have all of my streams on the upcoming stream page on the beginning of the channel for the whole week, pre-set up so that you guys will know exactly what's going on. And you can set reminders or whatever if you want to watch them live. I've been pretty lax doing them, trying to get them out same day, but that's counterproductive. I'll just make the thumbnails. The thumbnails take the biggest amount of time because I want them to be clickable. We call it winning the click. If your thumbnail doesn't win the click, nobody will ever What's your stuff? Okay, so I need to talk to this guy. Alright, so I got 15 minutes tops. Let's do this. So now I have to go in here and inventory the cache. So there's 5 lots I have to click on. There's a whole bunch of bad guys in here, but I'm just going to ignore them and run through it. Oh yeah. I'm thinking that Evocati is going to get the 3.0 text patch this week, if all goes well. And then from there, it's not long until I'll have it. And once I have it, guys, you'll have it, because I'm allowed to stream it when I get it for the second release. Since I'm a subscriber to Star Citizen, I'll be guaranteed to be in the first time it goes to a wider public release. So that is going to be fantastic. I think you guys are going to like it. Personally, when that happens, all week is going to be Star Citizen. It's going to be so much fun. Also, I started a new series Friday night. We were doing the multiplayer streams, and we'll still do those. But I wanted to play Vanilla Synthetic Dawn because I think that's kind of fun to have our own robot empire. And I don't do a lot of non-Star Wars content, so I thought that would also be interesting to try to get more stuff on the channel for you guys. Alright, so basically we got to click on all these terminals and avoid dying, because I'm just going to run through here. But I have all these buffs. I think I'll be fine. At some point they're going to aggro me. Yep, there it is. Speak of it. But if I keep running, hopefully I'll make it through. After we do this one, I think I get a rifle, which will be kind of nice. Get rid of this pistol. Hey, what's going on, Michael? Good to see you, man. Doing that thing you do. Oh, I don't care about that. I mean, it's an alpha. I mean, anyone that doesn't understand that, you know, is gonna have a problem. Yeah, it's gonna be buggy, but it's the first time that we're like seeing the actual realization of the dream. You know, Star Citizen is an ambitious project, and I have no problem funding that if I can do it. I mean, I don't like to say how much I've spent on it just because people get all like upset about that. Like, it's one of those things, if you have the disposable income and it's something that you want to make happen, I kind of feel like if it's something that you're interested in, that you should support it, kind of thing. Not necessarily you guys, but like from my perspective, it would be unfair for me to sit on the sidelines if I can do it and just say somebody else should do it. You know? Alright, so here we go. We're almost done. That's a new record for me. Alright, I guess we're just going to take this. I didn't really want to. Yeah, we'll take this. I don't particularly care for the Darklighter rifle, but here you go. So you can see it. This is an SG-82 rifle, which is kind of shoots a cone of cold. It's not my favorite. I'm not really a big fan of how it looks. We'll use it when we get out to the slicer. Yeah, no, but it's going to be fun because it's the first time that we're getting the realization of the dream. So when I backed Star Citizen, it was because I thought, man, how awesome would it be if we had a living universe I can plan with other people that's seamless in that aspect. And a lot of times, you know, I've heard all kinds of things from detractors, from jealous developers and everything else that kept saying, you know, you can't do this. This can't be done. And every time I heard that, I thought, okay. And yet they're proving that it can be. They're showing us what they're working on. And for me, that's you know, that's what I want. I want to see that tangible progress. Show me that there's a, you know, that there's a path here and that you guys are able to do it, because quite literally, even though it's difficult, with coding, you can do anything. If you have the resources and the time and the people that have the intelligence, you can make anything. And I think that's kind of amazing to me. Yeah. just from what I've seen, that's true for sure. We'll be in maybe, but also, I mean, there's going to be a lot of optimization there as well, just because they've had access to that for so long. Actually, this isn't so bad. I kind of like this. It is shooting out that laser. I just don't like the model necessarily. Yeah, you can kind of see this, but I'm going to be going for a huge rifle. I would kind of like to get a T21 hand cannon, but I think there's even more fun stuff that looks even better. Like, for example, this chick's armor, this chick's look, I love that. That bodysuit plus the shoulder pads, I think that's fantastic. Alright, we'll loot all that stuff. Talk to this guy real quick.
New mission received.
Alright. Alright, so I have to go to Watto now. So it's time for me to get out of here. We're up to level 20, which is fantastic. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, this game has a lot of the elements that people said Star Citizen can't have. You can't do that. You can't do that in the game. Multiplayer ships, it'll never work. Well, guess what? They did in 2003. So, yeah, it now that you said that, I can never unsee that. I am holding the plunger rifle. So, I'm basically a plumber in Star Wars Galaxies when I use this. That's pretty rough. Okay. Nice. I can never hold on. What in the hell? That's a giant wart. That's a perfect name for that, because that is freaky as hell. Alright, I'm just looking for my X-Wing. It's going to end up being an X-Wing because I'm a neutral pilot, I'm pretty sure. No, give me my X-Wing. Just trying to spawn it so I can go to Watto. Watto's in Mos Espa. At some point I can get it. There you go, this should be good. There we go. So you get an X-Wing as a neutral pilot. I'll switch this out for something else once my character turns 10 days old. He'll get more stuff. We're going to Mos Espa, so we'll go to the Shuttleport East. Travel. Alright, we're gonna just go see Watto. Oh. Apparently I had my... There we go. I had my speeder out somewhere, so it won't let me travel like that. People used to leave speeders everywhere, and it was a problem in the live game, so they made that so you couldn't do it. Yeah, you know, and I like Star Wars: The Old Republic. It's one of those games that you can play by yourself, and it's totally fine like that. So I understand that it may feel empty. I don't know. It's such a big game, and that there's so many places that people are. Like at the very beginning, hanging out on the Imperial or the Republic fleet kind of gave you a little bit of an idea of what's going on, but now, I mean, there are so many planets, there are so many instances, there could be a lot of people in that game and you'd probably never see them. So that's also part of it. Alright, so we're almost at Watto's place here. We're in Mos Espa right now. TSSKO, which is my droid's name. Alright, so Watto's should be right here. Yeah. And Wald is in there as well. He'll give me some quests. Let's go ahead and walk in. So this may look familiar to you. This is Watto's. Oh, let's hit up the junk dealer real quick and see if we can get rid of some of this stuff. I have some things you might be interested in. How about everything? Yeah, there isn't anything that I get at this part of the legacy quest that I want to save, although there are some things that you should absolutely save because they can help you, even at level 90. So I'll show you what those are when we get there. So there are some advantages of going through this, especially for like spy detection if you want to do PvP and other things like that. I'm selling everything. Okay, awesome. So now we've sold everything that we can, and I have about 65k, so that's not bad. Alright, let's take a look. I'm looking to purchase a droid, Watto. This is a special droid. Also, my cybernetic experience chip is gone. Turn that back on. Where are these deadbeats? So I'm going to take care of some deadbeats for him. Okay, I'm going to kill these thieves and recover his parts. Sounds... sounds dirty. Oh, I'm sorry. My wife plays Star Wars the Old Republic, at least played it, because she likes the stories. And she's really funny, because she will not play with other people. I've tried so hard to get her to, you know, quest with other people and stuff like that, and nope, will not do it. Okay, now this is one of the downsides of... this is one of the downsides of this. You have people out here because of the spawn rates that just sit there all day and have their commandos kill these guys, and they make a ton of money doing this, and it's really, it's so ridiculous in my opinion. I don't think we need this in the game. I wish it was legislated against, because it's just not something that needs to be here. There are other ways to earn credits, and this shouldn't be it, just in my opinion. You can easily earn 30k in an hour, AFK or more, just sitting there. In fact, I pissed off a lot of people because I said, okay, well, you know, if you guys are going to do all this and be AFK, I'm going to game you and game the system, and what could they possibly do about that? I don't think that's a problem. So I made a macro, because there used to be like 10 people there at any time killing them. So I made a macro where my character would sit there and invite every single one of them every 30 seconds, because they drop you from the group after 30 seconds, because that should be long enough for you to get the quest. So I just told people, hey, invite me if you need the quest, and I would invite them, and walked away and made like 150k, and then they were all like, we're going to report you to a CSR. I'm like, why? They're like, because you're not allowed to AFK this. I'm like, wait a minute. I don't see how that's a problem. So yeah, I ruffled a lot of feathers. And I'm still here. Yeah, but the money is also part of the problem. There's nothing that needs to be done AFK in this game. There's stuff that sucks, and I think that the grind for 35 loot bits was definitely intended to be difficult, but we used to do it just fine without AFKing it. I mean, it's one of the biggest points of contention, though, with the server. If you talk to somebody, if they're going to have a problem with SWG Legends, it's going to be the AFKing. Like, it's out of hand. Now, I've gone back and forth with Laveris Hawk on the SWG Reddit that, you know, I don't think it's enforceable. I would like it to be actionable, but, you know, without targeted, without a targeted thing, I don't see anything really happening. And even still, I mean, how does that work unless you have... See, he's completely full anyway, so now he's just making money at this point. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of that. Here, I'm going to disband because I don't want to have the... Okay. Alright, so we have to go to the Jawa trading post. We're on a mission again. Actually, I should probably get a faster speeder for this character. I have the money for it. Yeah, well, no, guys, let's not make the comments a hostile place. I didn't mean to start that discussion. That's my opinion on it. Doesn't mean I'm right. A lot of times I'm wrong. I just, I don't see any way that they can actively enforce it. Star Wars Galaxies, these planets are 16 kilometers by 16 kilometers. It is an absolutely huge space. So even if they said, yes, we're going to totally take AFKing out of the game, you know, and if you get caught doing it, then, you know, we're going to port your character to 0-0 or whatever, there would always be people that would still get away with it because they'd go somewhere and then it would be a big secret, or they'd have a friend who was a CSR or something, so no action would be taken against them. It's just, it wouldn't be fair. So even though I hate it, absolutely hate it, I have to deal with it. So I don't want the comments to be people going back and forth with each other. Sorry about that. If I instigated that for a second, I was just venting, because I really hate that. Okay, because I mean, myself, Sunder, Lieutenant Chronic, Rishimu, we all have our guild, our TSS guild in the game, and we're doing 35s, and we're not AFKing to get all the junk loot. It's just not necessary. There's like 4,000 combinations for junk loot, and it's all on the one website, so It's pretty easy to obtain. Even if you just bought it off the vendors. Piecemeal. Yes, this is called the ILM mod, Industrial Light and Magic. It's actually part of the server for SWG Legends. If you look at my latest SWG Legends install video, it shows you how to set that up. Textures, there's a lot to it that's actually pretty updated. Explosions in space, particularly, really good. Yep, thank you. OX, I appreciate it. Is that how you want me to call you, OX? All right. And if you're just joining us, we are playing the Bounty Hunter character tonight. I'm up to level 20. I'm just going through here and grinding, so let's see what we have next. Rifle marksmanship. Heck yes. We'll get that. Sniper shot, high damage attack, and then take cover. I don't know how useful that is. I don't know how much PvP I'll be doing. It'll take me a while to get to 90 on this because I don't play it every day. I just totally can't. Today was the first time in 2 months that I didn't have mandatory overtime at work, and it was really, really nice. So I got to come home, and that's part of the reason I was a couple minutes late on the stream. I came home and I was tired, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna take a nap before the stream. It'll be great. And I woke up, and it's so cool. So yeah, unfortunately, with everything I want to do for the channel, I don't have time to play this every day. I would love to. Alright, so now we're talking about a droid that they found. Where is it now? Okay, so we found the miner. I have to go see if I can buy the droid from him. It's always something. And you can't mount while riding a mount, which is probably a safety issue. So, boys and girls, please don't attempt that. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so we've got, looks like 67k. Not bad. 68k. Making a little bit of money here. I've never read that, Michael. Huh. Yeah, I'll tell you what, and I know this is gonna be, this is gonna sound bad. I'm not a big Boba Fett fan. At all. Alright, let's go speak to him. All these Tuskens are around. Let's see if I can sneak up on them, because I'm a droid after all. Okay, so we need to retrieve the droid casing. There it is. New mission received. Cool. I just got a speeder bike. Nice. I think it's faster. I'm gonna generate it real quick. I think it's faster than what we had, so hopefully I don't blow it up immediately. I'll put it here just because Here we go. Let's see, is it faster? It takes longer to get moving. I think it is. Yeah, we're gonna switch to this. It's cool to have a speeder bike. So now we're going back to Watto. I did, but we were really expecting it to last through March every day. So this is kind of nice. I used to do 10-hour days voluntarily. I don't know what was wrong with me. I did that for a full year. Also worked on Sundays sometimes too. I mean, the money was fantastic. Part of the reason I can do things like this desk and everything else, but I mean, at some point this year I just kind of snapped and I started having more fun on the channel, and I said, you know, I was living to work and I just want to live now. So, trying to do a lot less. And if I do end up getting the job I went for last week that I was asked to apply for, who knows, that could actually be really good for me. It'd be really good career-wise, and then it might open me up to have more hours to work on this as well. So that's the biggest thing. If I was able to do this full-time, I could get those videos out for you all the time, which is really what I want to do. So I just want to apologize, guys. I wasn't able to get a hero video out for Stellaris this week because the Clash of the Devs on Sunday ended up, we had like a 2-hour pregame to set up the stream and to test everything, and then that ended up going 3 hours, and before I knew it, it was like 5 hours and totally draining too. So I was kind of like, wow. And I was just done. So I need to see if my solution I have works and that we can continue the Star Wars playthrough, because I think we're going to in some way. I will figure out a way to make it work. I have all the mods backed up. I'm I'm just not 100% sure how to implement that because they were on the Steam Workshop rather than just being manual loading mods. But I'll get it done. I have an idea. I think what I'm going to do is pause Steam uploads, you know, copy over the files I had with the old ones, and then see if it'll launch then. I think it probably will. It would essentially be a backup copy of what was there before. Yeah, See, I'm just reading the comments here. Yeah, no, I just want to follow up on that. Boba Fett doesn't really excite me. I get it that he was like the end all be all badass in a lot of the books, but he's just kind of meh to me. So this is really nice though, having the speeder. Alright, so we're here. We're gonna go speak to this guy. Alright, so I'm gonna go get the legs here from these Tuskens who have taken them. How dare they? So here's the part where the story kind of diverges a bit. Now I have the legs to this R2 unit, which I believe is supposed to be Luke's R2-D2. Could be wrong. Maybe I'm not reading it correctly. If I can find the legs. Here they are. Alright, let's get out of here. So how can I have R2-D2 if they have him? Doesn't make sense, but I understand that they wanted to do it iconically. One of the major complaints about the game was, quote, it wasn't Star Wars-y enough. So I think that's part of the reason that we see all these, you know, characters from the movies and whatnot in the game at this point, just to try to bring back that feel that you're really connected to the universe. I didn't need that because I just thought it was cool for myself. To be in Star Wars, I didn't have to be a hero. I didn't have to, you know Princess Leia or anything like that. But I can get why a lot of people would have thought that they needed that, especially because a game like World of Warcraft, you were definitely a hero character in that game. And that really came out, you know, late 2003, hard to believe. WoW has been around about 6 months, 6 months after Star Wars Galaxies released, was when WoW came out. And it just absolutely slaughtered this game in terms of commercial success. If anything, they thought that because this had the Star Wars name, this would be the first WoW. And it was completely and totally commercially disappointing. It had the best numbers of an MMO to that date, but they didn't really know what the market was capable of until WoW came out and was kind of like, whoa, okay. Apparently you can do considerably better kind of thing. I played on Scylla. It was a small server, not a lot of people, but it was kind of close knit, and I liked it. I picked it because it has a I say Greek mythology name, and I kind of figured that anyone that knew what that was probably a more, I don't know, mature player at the time. And then I ended up making characters on like Berea and Starsider, and I played on a lot of the other more popular servers too, especially once my people left. Once my like core group of friends left to go to WoW, I couldn't follow them. I tried to play World of Warcraft and it just did not excite me. I liked the combat, I liked everything about it except that it wasn't Star Wars. So maybe it's my fault that you got Star Wars The Old Republic, because I kind of would always leave in the comments, like the feedback here, like I would play World of Warcraft if it was Star Wars, and that's kind of what we got 7 years later. and that's really what Star Wars The Old Republic isn't, but I can say that I like Star Wars The Old Republic. It's different than this, and that doesn't mean that it's worse or bad. It's just different. There are times when I just am in a mood to go here and do something, and that game would definitely satisfy me on those days. Other times I want to go up to space and I want to do my own thing, and this is the game for me. But once Star Citizen comes out, we're gonna probably transition to that. as most of our content, because there's just so much we can do there. So we'll have the Twin Sun Syndicate, Guild, and Star Citizen. We'll have a corporation or an organization. And you guys are welcome to join that as well. We'll get that set up. I'm also a member of Praxis, so I kind of have to, you know, divide my time up between them, because Praxis is a great group of people. That's how I knew Sunder and Rishimu and some of the other people that you guys have met on this channel. Alright, let's take a look. So we're up to 70k. Not bad. Almost back at Watto now. Yeah, I'll tell you, it was pretty rough. Yeah, I started in 2003. I started December 26, 2003, and I remember that because it was the day after Christmas, the year it launched. I bought the game for myself because nobody bought it for me for Christmas. I was a college student and I had asked for it, and my dad was like, "Screw this Star Wars stuff." He didn't buy it, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to get it myself. So I got it and I started, and I had a great time. I actually had no idea. I've told the story many times, but I know we have new people in here. I had no idea what I wanted to do in this game. I bought into the fact that I was just going to be like me in Star Wars. So I actually used my own name. I got Tim. No dashes, no spaces. I could not believe that name was available, but it was. So I was just Tim O'Neill in the game, and I had a good time with it. I ended up being a bioengineer at the beginning, and then I was making pets for people, and kind of like amazing that I paid for a game that I'm like making pets for somebody. I never thought I'd be a scientist in a game and like it. So that was kind of fun, and before I knew it, in a couple weeks, I was sampling Rancors on Dathomir. Just the kind of things that you never thought you'd be a part of. I have not seen it yet. I am kind of disappointed in that. Okay, so we're gonna go and do this. This is in Espa. I think there's a shuttle port around here. No, not this way. There's one over here somewhere. There it is. I bought CVS All Access so I can watch it, but I haven't had a chance yet. I'm curious what you guys think about it without spoilers so far, because I'm going to give it an honest chance. I know a lot of Star Wars or Star Trek fans don't feel that it deserves one, but we need a Star Trek for today's generation. And even though I love the next generation, it's dated now. So I want to see what can we come up with that makes the whole engine move. Let's see, production quality. Okay, high. Yeah, that sucks. It was a big difference. There's no doubt about it that the transition from the old game to the NGE was rocky as hell. It's pretty bad. Okay, the game that we got whenever we transitioned to the NGE sucked. However, having said that, when they got years to develop that game, it really turned into something great, and by the time the game sunsetted, it was the best game we'd ever had of any of the eras. The most content, you know, the most polish, the most to do. I mean, it was really a good game at that point, and I know there's a lot of people that, because of that initial, you know, impression with it, would never give it a chance, and I understand that, and I can't fault them for that. That's totally their right, but I think that if they honestly gave it a chance, they would like it, because it's better than what it was, in my opinion. Alright, now we have to do these swoop races, which are kind of annoying. Okay. They're not that hard. Just I've failed them multiple times, just because my problem is getting back onto the bike after talking to the droid to start the quest. It's kind of all... it's kind of clunky. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to be a swoop racer today. Alright, so we gotta see this droid who happens to be right next to this pile of bones, which is... Why are negative things... Oh, man. Why are... Let me get this packed up before one of these things... I gotta get out of here. They're gonna kill me. I don't think I can finish this. I'm gonna die. This is unfair. Hey guys, if somebody is on the server watching, would you mind coming out here and killing this nest for me? Because there's no way I can complete this right now with these dragonettes all over the place. Well, that might be my time to go up into space too. Here, I'll see if I can kill this guy at least. It's gonna be close. He might kill me. It'd be fun if he does. Alright, got that one done. Yeah, I don't know why. I wonder if they broke something with the spawns or changed something, because usually spawns don't show up in city limits. So this is not great. And I think these guys are social. Yeah, shit, they're social. Okay. Social means if you attack one, anybody in the range of them will come and assist them. So I kind of need to, there we go. I can get in cap now without dying. Okay. Yeah, so we're shut down here. So I'm going to go up into space. Let's do that. Yeah, I heard about that. Even Rick Berman, the former producer of the Star Trek on CBS, was pissed about that. He said he had the same issue. He missed half of it because of the game. Yeah, I mean, space is an amazing part of the game. You can seriously spend your entire time up in space and never really have to interact down here. All right, so I think we're gonna go do some piloting. Let's go ahead and take a look. So I have my experience buff still. Let me check. I have a Corellian sector mission. Let's go ahead and do that. So Mos Espa is kind of different because, as you can see, there's no terminals here. The only terminal they have are back in this room, which is my favorite room, and you can see that it's been completely retextured. So I love this. It's kind of like a map of the Star Wars core and the rims, the expansion rims, the unknown territories. It's fantastic. What does that say down there? Miros Nebulae. I like it. All right, so let's go ahead and launch our ship. And I think it has a hyperdrive. It better, because otherwise this isn't gonna work. All right, now let me quickly fix this because I don't think I have it set up right. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I need to go to my desktop and run this. Okay, I need both of my joysticks to combine into one logical controller for SWG to use it. There we go. All right, so we're good to go now. All of my my HOTAS I showed you works. Let's go to Corellia, hyperspace. Corellia zone, I think this is the one. Is this the one that's close? Yeah. Alright, so hyperspace calculations have begun, and here you can see my ship. This is just the standard SIC or Psych, I don't know how you say it, fighter. Kind of see my weapons here. This is just the starter ship for neutral pilot. I'm a Corsac pilot. You can play this in third person, or you can play this in the cockpit, whichever you prefer. You can use a mouse and a keyboard, or you can use a joystick. It's pretty awesome like that. Like I said, it only takes one joystick though, so you have to kind of just use something to set up your joysticks into one logical controller, but that's not a big deal. All right. Yeah, I totally get that. If you get the CBS All Access, which you would need anyway, if you're gonna watch it beyond that first episode, it's on there, so you can rewatch it now. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm waiting for my wife to get home tonight, and we're gonna watch the first episode together. I hope that was the goal. All right, so we got some patrol waypoints. Let's go ahead and take a look. We're still in the starter ship. I'm gonna get a Dune Lizard after this, so let me show you how the progression works. That's not what I wanted. That's Control O. Let's try S, abilities. Okay, space. So here we go. So right now I'm still a basic pilot. I'm gonna get a Dune Lizard Starfighter piloting certification here shortly. and that'll be kind of fun. I think I might have a duty mission now. I don't even know. Oh, I'll have to check that out. And then as you move up the ranks, you get new ships, and this is the one I really want, the Kill Raz Starfighter. I think that one is pretty cool looking, at least on the neutral pilots. I also like the Injection too. I don't know how to say any of these. And then once you get to this stage, you can do the N1 Starfighter, which is something that they added later, and you probably know it as the Naboo Starfighter. And it was also Star Wars Starfighter, that game on the Xbox and PlayStation. Nice. Star Wars mod for Star Citizen. I hate to say this because this is going to sound... I don't know, this is going to sound jaded. I don't see any way that Star Citizen is ever going to be able to support mods. I know that it was one of the things that they had said they wanted to do, but private servers and mods, completely out of the question. Based on the scope of the game and what it is that they're trying to do with it, there is no way that you could run this game, in my opinion, even with like 5 people playing it on the type of server that they use for games like this. You need the Amazon cloud in order to simulate a game that's simulating that kind of universe, because keep in mind that like those NPCs and stuff, there are 10 NPCs for every player or something like that, 9 to 1 or something was their stated goal for the economy. All of those have to be simulated, and I just can't see any way that that's going to happen on a private server, because all that stuff that happens, you know, elsewhere in the galaxy would have to happen. I just don't see it happening. I think that's something that's going to be dropped, and I am totally fine with it, to be honest. Like, the single shard nature of Star Citizen, if they can pull it off, is really super exciting to me. You know, like that guy said in his Reddit post, find your little slice of heaven. Oh, here, check this out. So you can see up there, you can see that explosion happening on that asteroid. Somebody is space mining right now. I don't know if I can get... I'm trying to see if I can see a ship. He's a little far away from me, so I can't target the person, but I can see that they're up there mining that asteroid for resources, which is another part of the game. So what makes Star Wars Galaxies so much different is the crafting system is unlike anything else, and the resource gathering, and then you can add space into that, and it's pretty fantastic. You could, but I mean, the amount of money that would cost is insane. I just can't imagine somebody doing that. But that would probably be the only way that you could do it, Xeris. So, yeah, I mean, like, the reason that they run private servers for this is because it doesn't take a lot to do this. You could have this server on, like, a Core i7, just like a normal... You don't even need necessarily, like, a Xeno setup for this, or Xenon setup for this. You can run this on just like a gaming PC essentially, and it can handle all the requests pretty well. And that's why there are so many private servers out there, because a lot of those people are just running it out of those, you know, a spare computer in their basement or something. There are a few servers that are actually like dedicated, set up with hosts and stuff. I don't know. All right, so we have Escort the Transport. That's going to be a whole lot of fun. Man, they couldn't put these things further away either, could they? Because these ships just do not have any acceleration or power. Can't wait until we get that first level certification so that I can start using other ships. That'll be great. Or use a more powerful engine at least. But here you can kind of see, I don't think that this ship was particularly touched by his texture update, but some of the other ships are really noticeable. For example, the TIE Fighters, they look like they do in Legends now, or yeah, in Rebels now, so that looks pretty cool. Yeah, I don't think that they reworked this texture. This looks pretty standard to me with all the fuzziness, but can you just imagine if we just kept the core of this game, because there's so much about it that does work well, like the space portion of it, and just were able to bring in higher quality assets and textures, I think you'd have a really, really amazing thing. Are you guys excited for Battlefront 2? I don't know what I think of that. I know that I'm terrible at FPS, so that's going to be fun to watch me die over and over again. Star Wars Expanded Universe. You're nothing if not consistent, Michael. I'll give you that. Alright, let me open up my frothy beverage. Still good. And I want to thank all of you for coming out and joining me tonight in the stream. It's always awesome to see that there's other people here with me so that I'm not the only person playing this game by myself. You know, that one sad dude that's playing a 14-year-old MMO by himself in a spaceship, sitting here and talking to himself, because if you guys weren't here, I would still have to talk because this gets recorded and put up there. So I appreciate you guys handling this journey with me. Now, we're so close to this station. I wonder if this mission is going to be over as soon as it starts. Alright, so the freighter is going to come in, and I'm going to escort him, I assume, back to the other station. Alright, so here it is. So this is the freighter, and I'm going to fly escort position as a member of the Corpsec. And we're going to get this set up, so let's go ahead and roll into this. It's kind of fun to do this, and I love twisting the twisting the joystick to roll. I am gonna get pedals before Star Citizen comes out, and I'm gonna teach myself how to fly correctly with them. It'll be a lot of fun. All right. There's those MFW crosswinds, and I know Geo, who's one of the Geo Get Money, is one of the brothers in Praxis. And he has a set, and he loves them, so I'm going to have to look into them. They're not cheap, but, I mean, if I'm going to put all this kind of investment into it, why not? Yeah, I've always thought that, too, OX. Michael's a fun one. Battlefield 2 looks cool, but I like the open world sandboxes. Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. Right, no, oh, by the way, thanks for contributing, Montana, Rob Cat Gamer. Welcome to the channel. Good to see you out there. Yeah, I can agree with that. Oh, incoming fighters. Let's go ahead. I have to talk to my flight computer because I don't have a droid on here. Throw all power to the engines. So, this ship that's coming in now is the one I'm kind of excited to get for myself. In fact, that's the exact style I want too, right there. I think that of the hot fighters, that one looks the coolest. There we go. Target destroyed. We'll get this other one now. Full power. Do I have some help here? No, I've got another Corsair fighter. I thought somebody else hypered in to help me. Yeah, this is another one. I kind of like this variant as well. I think it looks pretty cool. So that'll probably be what I use for this. It is a lighter ship, so you have to really work on your mass balance to make it okay. But I think of all the hot ships, they look the sexiest, in my opinion. Not necessarily a fan of the Visaki, unfortunately. Which is kind of like their hero ship. Alright, so let's find that freighter and get back into position. We're almost there. We're not that far out from the station now. I assume that's where we're taking them. Yeah, that totally makes sense. I mean, they're very different. Oh, crap, and I'm really far away. I don't have a booster on this. So we'll see. I've never lost a freighter in this, but I guess there's a first time for everything. Oh, it looks like Corsec's here to help me, too. Well, that's really helpful, because I'm, like, nowhere near being able to defend this guy. There we go. Alright. Alright, we're taking this one out. Woo! Another one. Put all power to the forward shields. There we go. We got it. We got it, R2. Not bad. You do get a very little bit of ground experience. You get like, what is it, 1%? You used to get a lot more. So there was a guy who he pissed off the devs, and then they closed it. But I remember the thread on live where you would get a certain amount of combat experience just from killing ships in this part of the game, and I think that you should, honestly. Leveling up ground or space, it's not really an accomplishment. It just takes time at this point. It doesn't mean that you're an amazing player or anything. So there was a loophole where you kill this like tier 1 freighter when it came out of space over and over and over again. So he had like set up his joystick and his pilot exactly like facing where it came out of the spawn, and just macroed it to repeat it over and over and over again whenever it shot. And he got from like level 1 to level 90 on his characters over a whole weekend, and the developers were really upset about that. And he was like, well, okay, well, you guys can fix that, but I'm just gonna next weekend until you get the patch in, I'm gonna get the rest of my characters leveled up. And he did. And I thought that was hilarious, because I always like it whenever somebody uses game mechanics in, I don't want to say an exploitive way, because that's clearly something that was okay within the rules of the game, but when you can find alternative ways to do something, I think that's always fun. I think it'll be big for me, because like Jorgy and I like to do a lot of those cinematic things, and we'll be able to do so much more if we can actually act them as well. Like if I can get some people that will do voices and facial acting, the kind of stories we can tell in a game like that are limitless. It's going to be fantastic. I mean, you have to think of it like this. Even in space, so I guess you're saying that like the speed of light, if I point at something and fire, it should be dead? I don't know, like, hey, what's going on, Crow? Good to see you. Ooh, that's a cool word. I'll definitely look into that. Yeah, I don't know how feasible it's going to be for me to get those pedals anytime soon. I pretty much blew the pedal budget on the desk. The desk ended up costing me, like, if you look at the spreadsheet I put up on our Discord, Crow, you could probably make, if you had all the tools, you could make that desk for like $350, $360. That's assuming that you buy the desk as well. But I didn't have any of the tools, and I made some mistakes with like stuff I had to rebuy and whatnot. I ended up spending close to like $600 on the desk, so that's more than those pedals cost. Yeah, so this is all based on atmospheric flight combat from like World War II. That's how Jump to Lightspeed is. So I can accept that, because I mean, if I can turn on a dime in space like this, and there's minimal sliding and all of that, it's not like Star Citizen where they're trying to accurately model everything. I can understand having to lead a ship with my lasers. I'm fine with that. It fits what they're doing, essentially. All right, I'm on the leader. I really do like this one right here. So I think this is the version 4 of that particular fighter. See, the cool thing is the HUD ships all have different variants. Unlike the X-Wing, there's like one X-Wing, right? Like they have different hull models. Like this one's stubbier. You can kind of see it doesn't have as long of a neck. Alright, we finished our mission. Woot. Report to your superior. So we're here, so I'm going to go ahead and calm this. Alright, I need to get closer. Yeah, I mean, like, it adds a degree of skill to it that I'm okay with, just because, like I said, this is atmospheric flight in space. So it's not a true space model in that sense. I mean, you know, Star Wars is always a compromise between what they say the tech is and what the tech could probably be based on what we know. So I'm fine with that. Okay, let's go ahead and land. And we're going to land at Cornet. Freelance pilot trainer. Land. Sweet. Yeah, so I definitely think the facial tracking stuff, and guys, if you had joined us, if you've just joined us, I have completed my transformation into mostly droid. I'd say I'm 90% droid right now. I just need to get the helmet that matches this look. So, I mean, it's expensive, so we're going to try to loot one in space. That'll probably be the better way to go. Let me just double check. I didn't get one yet. Transfer these credits in my bank account. Okay, but this is going to be awesome. So my guy is going to look exactly like the thumbnail for this video. That's the goal. And if they introduce those red eyes, which is part of the trading card game, I'll put those on him, and he will look 100% like that. And I think it'll be pretty cool, and at least a little intimidating. Heck, I'd be intimidated. Hey, what's going on, Jay? Good to see you. Welcome to the channel. The Force Unleashed. You know, I have to admit, I never played that game. Like, I never completed it. I played the first level a couple times and whatever. I mean, it looks cool. I've watched the cutscenes on YouTube, but I didn't buy the game when it came out, and I wasn't that interested in it. So I kind of feel bad about that, because it seemed like it was pretty cool. I heard a lot of people complain about it too. Like, I don't understand. Like, Star Wars fans, I don't think we know what we want. Are you gonna train me after this? Kill that pilot leader, and yes, I will train you. Okay. So we're gonna go back up there. He's gonna train this droid. I just absolutely love this. I have never done treasure maps in space. I didn't know that was a thing. Sounds fun, actually. Yeah, absolutely. Black Sun Ace helmet. That'll complete the look. And it'll be just like it is in the thumbnail there. That's what I'm going for. With a big-ass rifle and a bounty hunter. Because I feel that that's the only way I'm going to level up this character if I'm, like, really emotionally invested in how it looks and how much fun it is. Alright, so let's go ahead and launch the ship again. Finish this mission, get trained. And then we'll see. Because we'll be pretty close to 2 hours at that point. Let's see. We're going to destroy the hidden daggers eliminator in this slow as molasses ship. There it is. At least it's not that far away. Alright, so now we're going to try to meet them at that point in space. If we both fly towards it, we'll probably get there faster. Or maybe I'm overestimating it. Yeah, maybe something like that. Okay. Yeah, if you have treasure maps in space and you're on the server, I would love to see how that works, because I have no idea. I've never seen that. That'd be kind of cool. Oh, and if you're just joining us, I'm going to show you this too while we're flying here. Let me pull this up. So this is what I worked on all week, and I'm very proud of it. You can see that my joystick is now recessed into the desk, and I put this carbon fiber vinyl on the desk. I bought this IKEA desk just, you know, as it is, cut out this, put the edges on here, all that, 3 monitor mounts, and I love it. So that's what I'm using right now to play, because I think that's fantastic. So, not trying to brag, but I am trying to show it off, because I guess that's the same thing, but I'm happy with it, and I'm going to put up the plans and everything if you want to make your own. So I definitely want to share how to do it, and I also got the step-by-step. I made an Excel sheet that shows where you can get everything, you know, costs and things like that, so people can come up with their own. To be honest, if you already had the desk and you have monitor mounts, it would be maybe $100 total to do what I did there, and it really, really helps the immersion having that in there. Wow. Dude, just a dude, I can't even. Holy crap, man. It's a Saytech X56. Alright, I gotta kill these guys. Wow, just a dude, thank you, man. That's... that's insane, dude. You've donated, like, pretty much... You're the only Super Chat person we've ever had in the history of the channel. So you were appreciated more than I can say. We also have a Discord channel, and I want to get you set up in there. If you're interested in that, you can be a moderator there as well. I told the other guys that I'll be bringing you in, so I'll message you after this. Let me see. Or send me a message to the business email, and I'll make sure I get you that link. Alright, I guess I gotta get this guy too. Come on. Is he getting away from me? He's fast. Uh-oh. He's slightly faster than me. I'm gonna have to have a good angle of approach here. See, you like that? Yeah, you can totally make that. I'll show it to you again when we're done here. Let me just kill this guy, and thank you again for that. I cannot thank you enough for how much you've supported me in the channel. It's amazing. There we go. I think I got his attention. Oh, and he just flew right through me. There we go. Let's... See, now the thing is, you have to lead him, but the target reticle is actually incorrect. So you kind of have to gauge where you have to fire for your particular ship. And there's kind of like an art to it, learning where it is on that. I guess it depends on, you know, the angle that he's flying as well. Like right here, I'm likely to land both shots, but if I shoot like this, maybe only one of them would hit. Okay, so we got that. Sweet. We're done. Let's go ahead and head back. So now we're gonna do this home port thing. Thank you so much, man. I can't even begin to to thank you. Wow, my channel doesn't earn a lot of money through ads because I'm obviously a new channel, but you know, when you guys donate like this, it helps me out so much. I was actually going to start a Patreon for anyone that wanted to be a part of that, just like $1 or something a month. It would all help because I currently spend over $150 a month on the channel, just between music licenses, you know, royalty music that I purchased the license to, and then Adobe Creative Suites and all the different things that I do to try to bring high-end content to the channel. I have no problem doing that. It's just that my wife has set the amount that I'm allowed to spend, so I can't really do more than that. But there's a lot of stuff I'd like to do and to really help offset that. So thank you. Okay, so let's, while we're doing this and it's loading, let me pull that back up. So yeah, you can see that I have the Saytech X56. It has both a joystick and a throttle. And the LEDs on there are changeable, so I'll be able to match them to whatever colors I use for the ultimate LEDs. This isn't done yet either. I'm going to have the Intrepid Dawn logo put onto a piece of vinyl, like clear vinyl, and put in the center there so that it's on the page. Okay, I will do that for sure. Jorgie's getting the beer. I already took Brittany out for dinner, as you instructed. It's not that bad. The ad money is not as bad as it used to be, but I mean, there's something there at least. When I started, I was making less than a penny a day, which is kind of disappointing and interesting at the same time. We make a lot more than that now, which is nice. Yeah, so you can kind of see how this is set up, and I'm going to have LEDs on the bottom of the desk. All the cable management will be inside the bottom of the desk, as well as the USB ports. And there's a lot that I want to do with it, but, you know, like I said, Brittany has limits on how much I'm allowed to spend on this, or I would seriously blow everything that we have, making this look sweet. So yeah, I like that. Like I said, I'll put the... I'll probably do a video on it and have everything up on how to make it yourself and how to recess that, because for something like Star Citizen, that's a huge deal. Just because how important it is to move from joystick to FPS in that game. All right, let's go ahead and see the pilot trainer now. You know, it's not that bad, Crow, and I think that the people that were hurt the most were some of those channels that, you know, got demonetized because they were able to do things previously before the ad boycott that they can't do anymore. I mean, like, I don't know, because I never was in, like, the heyday of YouTube when I guess people made a lot more off of ads, but, you know, for my traffic, I think that the amount that we do make is pretty cool. And considering that YouTube takes like 60% of the ad revenue, you know, it's amazing how much it actually does make. All right, so I have the basic, let's see. I have the Mercenary Bandolier, which is kind of cool. Can I actually equip that appearance-wise? Oh, hold on, I have to show B. Oh, cool. So my droid can wear this Mercenary Bandolier. That's hilarious. That's IG-88 style. That's kind of scary. I think I'll just keep that on there for now. But it's an actual backpack, which is kind of neat. So you can put things in here, and it's functional. I like that. And this is the only way to get that through the piloting. So I have now learned, let's see. Here, I've learned the basic. Actually, no, maybe he'll train me on that. I don't know if I have enough skills for that. No, I don't. Okay. Damn. So we're very close on the XP. I need to do a quick duty mission. But I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here, guys. So I really appreciate you, Just a Dude, man. Like I said, you've supported this channel more than anyone has a right to. So I salute you. And thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. We're also going to play Star Citizen tomorrow night. I think Thursday I might take the night off so that I can work on the Stellaris video for the week, because I know Sundays are busy now. Friday we're going to do Stellaris, the Rise of the Machines for the Synthetic Dawn, and then Saturday night is SWG. So guys, I appreciate you, and I will catch you in the verse. So for myself, Georgie, everybody that's a part of the channel, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.